Yeah, YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts. I'm your host, Watts, and today we talking about the New Day and their heel turn. That right there, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, that's a masterclass on how to turn heel, because you got three students of the game in Biggie, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods, but I can assure you that Xavier Woods was probably the brains of the entire heel turn. In some regard, obviously you can't give all credit, but at the same time, like I said, that right there, that's how you turn heel. These guys had nuclear levels of heat. That was crazy. They came out, they didn't even really get a word in. The crowd was booing these guys so bad that, to be honest, Dominik Mysterio is not even needed. He's going to need to go just transfer to SmackDown or something like that, because if you ask me, the New Day right now are the biggest heels in not even just WWE. They're the biggest heels in wrestling. They are the biggest heels in wrestling. The way they masterfully did what they did, and they didn't even have to go to the extremes that I was over here doing on my fantasy booking, where I say that Big E needs to get beat mercifully with a chair and get his neck put through the chair, then they just stomp on it or something like it. They didn't even need that. Even in the promo itself, Kofi said, yo, we could have put a chair to ease back. We didn't do none of that. Whatever. They didn't even get a chance to even speak, dog. They took the camera. That was like prominent heel work. And to be honest, if Triple H doesn't see that level of heat and that level of to be honest, if you ask me, aside from Dominik Mysterio turning on Ray 2 years ago at Clash at the Castle, other than that, this right here is probably, if you ask me, top 5 heel turns of all time. Straight up. The New Day are solidified in more ways than one. Of course, Hall of Fame tag team, and I do expect them to get those straps eventually, get those titles. Honestly, let's just take the titles entirely off of Finn Balor and JD McDonough, because I don't know, man, for the good that they done for the tag team division, honestly, Triple H, it only works when a main eventer is a tag team champion if he's not always just thinking about just strictly the main event. You know what I'm saying? And I got something in my face, or is that gray? That's probably just a gray. It's definitely a gray. I'm 28 and I got grays on my bed. Imagine that. That's crazy, right? Anyway, back on topic. That right there, and they didn't even say nothing. I feel like heel turns or face turns, when they're that damn good, you don't even need to even say much. Like, you don't even need to say much. Sometimes there's been situations where it's been a heel turn. The heel turn was so good that you don't even hear nothing from the person who just turned heel until they decide that they want to talk. So this past Monday, it showed me everything I needed to know. Skyrocket both these guys up to the main event right now. This right here, this heel turn needs to lead to Xavier Woods getting his first singles championship. I'm sorry. Getting booed like that, especially Kofi. Kofi is more of like, he's kind of in that same lane as like the Ricky Steamboat / Rey Mysterio type guys that barely or if ever turned heel the entire career. I think Rey was a heel in WCW, but Ricky Steamboat, I don't think he was ever heel in his entire career, like throughout his stint in WWE, WWF, NWA, WCW. I don't think he ever turned heel. But Kofi was on that level of guys that you can't necessarily really see being a heel, but just in one 5-minute segment, one 10-minute segment, they changed all of that. And that's a testament of how good the New Day as a whole is, and individually, because people sleep on Xavier Woods. Honestly, I used to watch a lot of TNA growing up, so I know how good Consequences Creed, Austin Creed could be, in that role. But a lot of people kind of like act like, and I understand, because it's not easy to get people who are just WWE lifer fans to watch other products, so I get it. But sometimes people act like, nothing that you did before WWE means anything. So people wasn't doing their homework, and I guess I understand. But my point is, Xavier Woods is a student of the game. He's too damn good to just be just a tag team guy, And I feel like with this will continue to show why he needs to be one of them guys. And I'm not even talking world championships. I'm talking at least like a singles championship here and there, like a United States Intercontinental. I do feel like somebody like Woods will win the title, the world title, the big one, at like the tail end of his career, because sometimes that's usually when guys get hot. Like we love Sheamus, you know what I'm saying? We've always loved Sheamus, but to be honest, this is like the hottest Sheamus has ever been in regard to just being a guy that everybody just wants to see win matches and win the Intercontinental title. He's one of them guys, he's a made man where he could just come out and be over no matter where he goes. And he's gotten better over time. Like, when he first got into WWE, he was a heel, a menacing heel who didn't have it all together. And then they turned him face. Turning him face didn't really work out. I feel like a lot of times, certain guys, they get that, they get that level of respect at the end of their career. So I do see Xavier Woods eventually being a world champion. I mean, it's only right. But, like I said before, that right there was a masterclass on how to turn heel. And, I want to see more. Real spill. Like Paul Pierce voice. Pause.
We're just getting a taste of him. I'm like, I'm tired of getting a taste of him. I want the whole load.
You know exactly what me and I'm talking about too. But like I said, I want to see what you guys have to say about this. Like to me, this was a masterclass. Biggest heels in wrestling all together. And I'm talking New Japan, I'm talking AEW, I'm talking GCW, I'm talking WW, I'm talking any circuit, independent circuit, I'm talking anything. Biggest heels in the entire industry, if you ask me. But I want to know what you guys have to say, and I want to know what you guys think in the comments. So talk to me. You know what I'm saying? We right here, we cooking up. Like I said, on the road to 500 subs. Then we're gonna go from 500 to 1,000, then 1,000 to 5,000, then 5,000 to 10,000. This is ongoing. We keep on cooking. This is what we do. But I appreciate the time that you guys given to me. And like I said, we got more where that came from. But guess what? I'm out. Peace.